And well, today I am very happy. I am very happy because for all of those who know me and know me from the show would know that I love cricket and I always talk about cricket. And I have with me Britney Cooper, who is a female cricketer for the West Indies team. She recently took part in the Women's World Cup, the T20 World Cup. We didn't win, but we reached the semi-finals. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy to have you here. I can't stop smiling. I know I got you to wake up early this morning. You had breakfast. What did you have for breakfast?
I can't tell you. My trainer will be vexed.
Britney, I want to start by asking you about your experience in the latest World Cup. I mean, we didn't go on to win the competition, but we were in the semi-finals, and we were the defending champions. But you represented well. Trinidad, the members of the team from Trinidad represented well. What are your thoughts?
No, it was great to be in our 5th straight semi-finals. Unfortunately, we lost to Australia, the same team that we beat in 2016 in India. It's disappointing because we've put in at least 6 or 7 hard months of work in Antigua. It was disappointing to come out of the tournament in that way, lost into Australia.
But I have no fear, because we are going to get back our championship at some point in time.
Yes, we're looking forward for the T20 World Cup in Australia in 2020. So, it's going to be a tough
And of
ask.
course, I will be your #1 supporter. I've been a fan of West Indies cricket no matter what has been happening, especially with the men's game.
Yes.
I've always been a fan of West Indies cricket. So, I'll continue to enjoy it. But let's talk a little bit about Britney Cooper. Britney, how did you get involved in cricket?
Honestly, I grew up in country, deep south Moruga side.
Ooh.
So as a country girl, it's always either pitching marble, playing cricket, football, or like me climbing trees.
Really? So you like climbing trees?
Yes.
You ever climbed a coconut tree?
Yes.
Really? and playing cricket, you found that it was a love of yours, and you decided to go down that path?
Well, honestly, I started late. In my late teens, I started around 16 in secondary school cricket. Some young ladies from Princess Town saw me playing school cricket and invited me to play hardball with them. So it was a great experience. And my first year on playing hardball, I made it to the Trinidad and Tobago team. Second year, I was MVP of a regional tournament in Guyana and made it on the West Indies team.
And you've been doing well.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and I looked at some of the performances that you would have had in the competition. It wasn't bad at all.
Mm.
What is your motivation?
Honestly, it's to bring pride and joy back to the Caribbean in terms of West Indies cricket. I grew up in that era where West Indies cricket was on top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the support in Guyana, St. Lucia, and even Antigua, we have never had a crowd come out to watch West Indies cricket. I'm not talking about CPL, but West Indies cricket in general.
And what was it for you in terms of support from family members and others in the village to become a cricketer? Because, sports, when you think about it, is like a male-dominated thing, and now you see all of these young women, they're coming up and becoming athletes.
Growing up, people in the village always said I would make it far. I'm more football fan than I'm a cricket fan.
Really?
Yes, honestly. And at that time in my life, I had to choose between the cricket and the football. And at this time, I don't regret choosing cricket. No.
Because you've traveled a lot,
yes,
haven't you?
Had the opportunity to see many parts of the world.
Yeah. And what would you say to young girls who want to get involved in sport but don't have the motivation?
Well, athletes is very difficult. You have to put in a lot of hard work, and you have to make sacrifices during that time. I know nowadays you won't see a lot of young female getting into the sports, whether it be cricket, athletics, volleyball, wherever the case. But if you really want to reach far in this sport or any sport, you have to be ready to make sacrifices.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have made your sacrifices, and you are doing fantastic for Trinidad and Tobago and the West Indies cricket. Thank you so much, Britney, for coming on. But before you go, of course, I have to ask you to take a selfie with me.
Sure.
So
Sure, no problem.
I'm a fanboy, okay? I'm a fanboy. And this is our selfie. Thank you so much for coming. It was can I get a hug?
Sure.